With the holiday season among us, I thought it would be fun to simulate a scene from one of my favorite holiday movies, Home Alone, with Altair Simlab. If you're unfamiliar with Home Alone, the premise of the movie is a young boy protects his home from robbers using homemade booby traps. One such booby trap is an iron falling onto the robber Marv's face. I wanted to see the potential forces generated from such an event using Altair Simlab's drop testing module, and see if the forces generated would be fatal or cause severe injury. As in the movie, Marv is generally fine, with the exception of a red iron outline sitting on his face. Let's get started. Our first step is to import our iron for the setup. In my case, I created an iron in Altair Inspire utilizing dimensions of roughly 4.5 inches, since that matches the iron imprint left on Marv's face. I created an iron with overall dimensions to have a weight of roughly 1 pound. After import, we can generate the mesh for the drop study. In my case, I create a fine element mesh, and then I utilize Simlab's module-specific quality checker. The quality checker can be specified for a drop test. I can specify a drop test quality check, and it will tell me if my elements meet acceptable criteria for an accurate drop test. In our case, it does. With our iron successfully meshed, we can set up our drop study. Simlab's drop study can be utilized with a variety of physics solvers. We will utilize Radios, which is an explicit solver. I specify a height of 180 inches, which represents 15 feet, and where the iron was roughly dropped from in the movie. I also utilize a 0.1 second impact time. In reality, the time could have been longer or shorter, but 0.1 seconds will suffice for us. The drop surface will be directly normal to the bottom plane of the iron. Simlab's drop test module also enables users to apply further loads and advance contact. This allows users to not only simulate gravity-based drop tests, but advanced tests like impact and shock-based loading. One big assumption in this test is I'm going to drop the iron directly onto a rigid floor. I did not have a human head CAD model lying around, and in reality, we know the skull and muscle of a head does have a dampening effect. But since the impact is short, applying a rigid wall is an assumption I'll utilize, and works for us in a fun holiday video. Note, Simlab is capable of interaction with an advanced impact, i.e. I did happen to have a human head CAD model lying around. I could have simulated it. Our model is now set up and ready to run. I can take advantage of Simlab's multiple core solving processing and specify 16 cores to reduce my solve. Simlab also enables users to specify a number of specific result outputs. In my case, I'll request a number of outputs, but specifically request a force output. Now our model is ready to be run. Our model has now been run, and we can visualize results. There are a number of typical results like stress, displacement, and strain available. However, in our case, we want to look at the force generated during impact. We turn on our force plot, and with advanced post-processing, we can generate a time history result of a specific location, and we can see with time how our iron's force changed during impact. Simlab also enables users to create derived results. In our case, I want to sum up the total force, and I can see the total force generated is about 240 pounds of force. For context, this type of force typically indicates a high probability of severe injuries, ranging from orbital fractures to traumatic brain injuries to even death. So most likely Marv would not be getting up so easily after this iron hitting his face. I hope this video has illustrated to you how easy it is to run a drop test in Altair Simlab. To learn more about Simlab or other Altair products, go to www.trueinsight.io. Lastly, from everyone here at TrueInsight, happy holidays.